Hey Aries, welcome. We're here for you. This is your reading. This is for your May 2022. We're looking at here specifically matters of love. Let's take a look and see what's what. We're going to start here with twin flames. So especially this will hold if you have a Venus in Aries, or if you have Aries cusping your second house, or especially your seventh house. Also, if you have Venus in the first. Let's jump in and see what's what. Even Venus can direct Mars. Let's take a look, Aries, and thank you in advance for hitting the like button on this video. Thank you guys for your support here. Oh, here we go. The world. The Hierophant. Okay, matters of love. I'm right here at your service. All right, at the table. Though some of you, when it comes to a really, let's say, particularly significant connection, there's a big shift that's taking place. And I'm seeing that you have decided, okay, something here, and you've gotten to this point where you say, I'm not going to listen to the advice of others. I hear that as well. There's no reason why somebody who is not in my relationship should be involved in my, in the way that I'm also observing and talking about my connection. Interesting. Maybe you're representing something, presenting something publicly even. You want to take a more private approach is what I'm hearing, Aries. So let's get a little bit further though here. And there is definitely for some of you a horizon. Wow. Some of you, okay. So you're definitely protecting something. I see that as well. There's something that you care a lot about and you feel like is really insanely strong connection to someone. I'm seeing it like that as well. The Tower in reverse, Hierophant upright. Like I see you fiercely sort of really actually looking quite closely at someone. Okay, I see you do have somebody on your mind definitely here. I feel like many of you definitely are deep in the throes, we'll say, of this connection. Actually, I would be surprised if you don't already know this person. In this case, lovers in the theme. But there is something that you feel you need to sort of still stand for. You still need to, in some sense, even metaphorically, like where maybe in the past you're like, well, I never really like saw it from the angle. Now you see it from that angle. So I'm hearing like of wanting to sort of present it the way that you see it. Like you don't want someone else to be involved with it. You don't want somebody to sort of see it for you. Okay, interesting. Maybe for example, you were like getting someone's opinion here, Aries, on the connection. You were kind of maybe you got a reading on this connection, or you went back and forth even, you play it in your way. Maybe you're just sort of like talking to your friends about it. There's just something that you realize, you don't want someone else involved in. And so however that is, we have here, you deserve love. Okay, for some of you, there is definitely a very intense connection here. There's a past life energy heavily at play here with the Six of Pentacles. Let me meditate on this one. Okay, you've come a long way here in this connection. I'm hearing it's going to be a while, though, longer as well as what I'm hearing, Aries. You realize, though, that it's up to you to kind of keep the energy. Okay. Also to yourself, honestly. Free yourself coming through next to attraction. So you don't want to, like, really get very, very open about this yet. Maybe this is something that you're... maybe even to the person themselves. I'm hearing like that. Like you want to kind of gauge the way that you approach this person. And that could have been the energy for years now. Reconciliation, reverse. Whoever it is that you do have your sights set on, we'll say, Aries, I feel like you are taking your time with sort of allowing that person into your space. And I feel for some of you possibly this is due to, the attraction itself. Let's get a little bit further. I'd like to get a card here from this deck of cards that I've made. They have just little messages on them. I feel some of you are really close to reuniting with this person. And if you are curious about more so the theme of twin flames and so on, feel free to check out, the first reading we did here, the Virgo, that popped out immediately on top of attraction. I think about you a lot. Okay, so it says, I literally think about you a lot. And for some of you, they maybe had an epiphany. It was like, for some of you a few months ago, I see that. They got to this point where they just, and by the way, I'm an oracle, I'm a channeler, I'm a medium here. We're working with the cards, yes, the tarot deck, but we're also channeling. Let's go. What else do they want to share? We have family coming through. There's something that they're projecting, this connection, you guys. I feel like they may not be telling others about it because they really care about it. Like maybe some of you are like, hey, why are you like not talking about this? Like I feel because they actually care about it. Now, but this is a general video, and again, definitely check out the Virgo reading. The first part of this is the title starts with May 2022. We got into the intro of the philosophy as the guides would like to bring it here forward in a forthright manner. Truly a very honest and raw message from the guides as to twin flames and what the role in the proper, we'll say, context is of that space of the relationship. We'll say side of things, you know, it's not random. We have the King of Cups. It's not, you know, just to sort of connect with that person. This is about you connecting to you. And so it's not about like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to, you know, reunite with this person. It's more, I reunite with myself. And by way of that, there is, you know, a question of possibly mirroring. I mean, we can do our karma, but we cannot do that of others. So keep your hands of torches. And so this is maybe, I mean, honestly, Aries, this is even you with this person, you know, to some level where you say, hey, I realize like I gotta keep it, yeah, to myself as well. Like, I mean, if you see it, great. Like, I'm not gonna come out and tell you that I think we're twin flames. I'm hearing that as well, or to talk about it. So some of you are taking a different approach here. I see you also being kind of free and open and saying, you know, if you do your karma, great. Like, if we end up reuniting, wonderful. But I'm not gonna wait on it. Okay, yeah, Seven of Swords, and I'm not gonna make it happen in my mind's eye. Is like, let's go. You're not holding this person's expectations, is what I'm saying as well. Which is lovely. Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, yeah, are we the relationship manager? You know, I mean, if it's going to manifest, it should just happen, right? It should just be natural as well. So some of you here, you know, I see you very attracted to this person. There's a lot of interest and vice versa, but I see you just wanting to take a more natural approach, and maybe this is in the very connection, again, itself. Like maybe in the past you would, I need to take a different approach with this individual. Okay, let's get some light there. Get a little more light. That's very bright though, but, and I think that's even brighter, right? So let's see if that changes anything. But yeah, there's a moment. I feel you don't want to necessarily, you know, expect, okay, this person also to come forward and to evolve and make a change, and, you know, and so I see you concentrating on yourself, which is so lovely. Because, I mean, this would need to happen anyways, right? I mean, to really, truly reunite and to not fall out of the connection, and this goes for any relationship, right? I mean, in some senses. Yeah, but again, go check out the reading in the intro, because we really chatted about this theme of, like, the twin flame, and it's more kind of like a mechanism to sort of reconnect you with you. And so if you are not able to do that simultaneous to holding a space with this person in 3D physically and being in relation to them in 3D, then spirit will remove them, because it's, yeah, I mean, it's detrimental to your story. So that's why it's not, it's not going to just happen regardless. Let's clear the third chakra. Okay, some of you, there is some sort of really uncomfortable side of this connection. Something is so awkward or just uncomfortable, like really controversial. Like, it's like, and maybe you know what this is. I feel like you do realize, yeah, you know exactly what this is, and maybe you're saying, hey, like, it's up to you to call it out. You know, I cannot tell, like, your family for us. I'm hearing that. Okay, let's clear it. Something is getting maybe even a little bit. So I feel like someone pulled the energy back a bit. 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely pulled the energy back and said, honestly, yet again, like, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. All right. It's going to happen. And I mean, I feel like you're giving this person even the freedom to transcend at their pace, in their way. Saying, it's not a matter of my growth. Why would I feel, okay, the need to also, you know, have them sort of acting on their own, on their own accord at my pace. Interesting. I see you, like, having, in other words, an independent life outside of this connection, like outside of something that is really deep. So that's kind of cool, you know, because it's like I see you having, like, 2 ways that you're thriving in the relationship, if you would call it a relationship. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like I'm myself, but then also I'm, you know, connecting to this person, and I'm neither here nor there entirely. I don't have to see it as it's happening in that way or not, because it's not really any way but the way that we both meet each other at the point of, right? Speaking on behalf of. So it's like, it's kind of like, I'm not going to read your mind for you. I'm not going to call it out for you. Like, I'm not going to go 3/4 of the way and you're not even going halfway. You know, there's this really nice energy here, Aries. I see that you really recalibrated and reconstructed the way that you see, you know, the potential of the story as something that needs to be created by both parties. 10 of Pentacles. There is something, though, controversial. Ace of Cups in reverse. And I have to be honest, I am getting a little bit of this, like, pressure point. Like, you know, it may be that at a certain point, you know, and not that this person, like, intended to kind of be manipulative in this conversation here that you're having with them, but there was a little bit of this, like, vibe of, like, wow, like, either you do it or, like, you don't, and then if you don't, it's kind of on you and the relationship's over. Like, I see you just kind of being like, all right, like, if that's going to be the way it is, and the relationship will truly really be over, because I'm not going to, let's say, okay, like try and, you know, I'm hearing connect the dots with you in that way, then it will be over. So the Ace of Cups here with the Ten of Pentacles. Something is definitely very high stake. I'm hearing that as well. For some of you, maybe even somebody here is in the limelight, or there's something related to family. I feel like for some of you Aries, you feel like the potential is huge here, but it's also got to be real. It's got to be natural, the way in which you pursue the relationship. 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I feel like you've recalibrated something here, and for some of you, you've already maybe done so, and I see you coming back to the same point with this person. It's almost like a rekindling of the question of where we're at. Interesting. Not necessarily saying like this is for sure where we're going, right? With this concept, with this connection. Two of Torches. Yeah, cool. Absolute beginnings. Aries is so exciting. I feel like, gosh, you really actually like did a lot of self-love here. A lot of self-care, self-healing work where you say, I am okay, like, even if it doesn't happen. You know, this is everything truly, right, when it comes to the relationship, because the question of the relationship is, where are you at with yourself? Are you feeling grounded? Are you feeling in balance? Are you feeling like you don't need that person to be you entirely? Are you feeling that you don't need that person to tell you who you are? You know, damn, then you're ready to be in a relationship that will be reflective to the one that you already have, right? Because that's the basis point. Where are you with yourself? So when you have that relationship with yourself soldered, then you're really talking, you know, the next leg of the journey here with this possibly whoever does manifest, okay? And so that's where, again, we're saying, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the person who triggered my spiritual awakening, you know, at a certain point. And we talked about this further in the intro. I highly recommend go check it out here, Aries, because we're, you know, Spirit was given some down low on what the twin flame really, like, connection is kind of like. And so, yeah, yet again, I'll try to put the link in the bad description box below. Aries, let's go a little bit further. Somebody here is definitely a performer. They're in the limelight for some of you. Okay, someone is definitely turning a page here. They want to visit you, I'm seeing that, or vice versa. Somebody here wants to go public. Emperor, the Judgment card, absolutely. For some of you, this could even be a proposal. Let's go into throat chakra. I want to take these cards back. Some of you may even be like moving in together, starting a business together. It's very exciting. Okay, let's get the cards here to the side, and I want to do a long-term spread, actually, for you, Aries. There is, though, again, I'm hearing something controversial a bit, but on the whole, I feel like, again, you're feeling very comfortable, like, more so with this conversation of where the connection is at than in the past. And I'm seeing a white van going by. Okay, the Fool again popping out. Wow. Somebody may have a lot of Virgo. I'm hearing Leo, Aries. I'm hearing Leo, Virgo twice. I'm hearing, Gemini, Virgo, very strong Mercury in the birth chart. A lot of Aquarius, it can even be. Virgo, Aries, Aquarius. Yeah, let's go. I'm here Virgo again, though. Okay, Seven of Cups. For some of you, this is all about going public with a connection. This is for some of you. Some of you already have the connection. Very strong. It's between you two, though. It's like just you and this person. Now it's like, are we going to go at it like global? I'm hearing that as well. Some of you, maybe it's not a matter of the relationship itself, but what you're creating in the relationship, or what you're creating with, you know, in the connection, like what you're going public with. I hear that again. So let's get a little bit further for some of you. This is really exciting, though. I feel like on the whole, it's like we can't go wrong kind of vibe. Like, I really want, yeah, for some of you, there's a lot of attraction. Queen of Cups. This is about timing for some of you. There's a question even about children for some of you, definitely. But there's such a creative, really, really strong magnetic energy, like even, yeah, but in a public way. Like, if I just feel like you're like, look, I can't go wrong with this. I'm hearing like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the type of connection, Aries, I feel that helps you sort of turn the page in other aspects of your life as well. And we're not talking the person, we're talking the way in which the connection thrives, because it's not like, oh, they're my twin flame, so it will always be empowering to me. No, let's back it up. Because we got shadow work to do, right? So naturally people will trigger us to do the shadow work. We got to go do the shadow work. Sometimes we dismiss that person in the context that they first initially came through right by. This is about you understanding when the relationship is proper for you, when the relationship is empowering for you. And yeah, let's go. For some of you, I see you wanting to be private. And wanting to be also, though, let's go, really particular with how you connect to this person. And maybe this person can have a controlling tendency. So you have to say, hey, like, you know what, I really like you, but it's not going to happen like this. So you got to step back, really get your way sorted, understand where you're headed to, and then we'll maybe reconnect. You know? So yeah, this is very important. Now let's get a little bit further. Let's go. And I want to get on their signs and any other details that Spirit may want to bring forward, including possibly even their letters in their name. Some of you are going to bump into this person. You may meet them. I feel this is going to be more intentional. For a small number of you, you may get word from them. They may communicate with you via written, Not for a lot of you, though. I'm seeing that that's like very small number of you that will come through written word, but even if they do, if it's written, they're gonna be very silly. I'm here. They're not ready. I'm here, and they may come and tell you, "Hey, I'm not ready." Okay, so yeah, take it as you will. There's a lot of passion. I want to get on that Devil in reverse. I'm curious to see when it is that you do. For some of you, you're gonna, the physical reuniting, the physical sort of even the way in which you carry out your public connection. Also, when it comes to what you create together in terms of maybe career, or however, what is career? You know, your mission, your life path mission, as you see it with this individual. Really, why would we be in a connection if we don't really see a mission with that person? Take it as you will. Unless, yeah, I mean, you're choosing to identify as separate from the, how do we say, to compartmentalize the connection. But take it as you will. Like, if you're in a twin flame connection, most likely there's a question of your public conversation as well. Like, because why? Because you're here on a mission, you with you first, right? So we're saying if you acknowledge that, yeah, as you're a light worker is here. What is the purpose of the twin flame? Is to trigger the ascension process you with your light work path. So yeah, we really got to get like the priority straight when it comes to the actual connection, the purpose of it. It's not like, wow, romantic, great, let's do it. It's like, well, we could do that, okay, but there is something much more, okay, yeah, important here that we need to communicate about with ourselves. And so I need to listen to myself. I need to hear myself out there. I'll be right back. See you later, you know, kind of vibe. And well, if I see you, okay, you know, and if I see, you know, it's a matter first of if I see me. And so when I see me, then I will understand whether or not you see you as well. I'll understand whether or not you're ready. And maybe, you know what, at that point you will come back, but I'll see that, you know what, I don't feel you're quite ready. So I'm going to put you on the back burner. I'm here like that. So some of you really rescaled the way that you connected with this person. Let's go into chakra. How you accepted the connection, how you said it's not at all costs I'm going to connect with you. It doesn't mean just because I like you, I feel we have a very strong connection, doesn't mean that I'm going to just kind of be with you. I'm hearing it like that, you know, in any way. Take it as you will. Yeah, even emotionally. So you really had boundaries, Aries. In other words, you had separated yourself. I'm hearing from the past, okay, and this is a strong past life energy. For some of you, yeah, so coming back to the ascension question, this is about the triggers, okay, and this is about the twin flame conversation as a mechanism. It's a tool. It's something, yeah, and if you're not looking at it in that way, then really take a look at what you feel you're doing here on planet Earth, right? Because if you believe that, you know, the people you come into contact with as well, and someone who you could call a twin flame or a soulmate is not going to be activating your purpose in the broader scope of your ascension practices, then here on Earth at this time, then I don't think this is the conversation that spirit guides are having here in this particular space. Okay, so you're gonna take it as you will, though. Love and light to all. Sometimes, you know, we think, hey, but the spirit is maybe just and this is not me talking, this is the channel message. Spirit wants to poke and prod to really stimulate the further questions of what is the purpose of, yeah, also why it is that I allow this person my space. In my psychology, I'm hearing even my mind, if I am not going to be interpreting them in my conversation anyways, I would have to go back to my story, get back into contact with myself, my higher self, and understand what I want to do here. Ooh, I mean, okay, so for some of you, this is something controversial in the sense of, for some of you, this is related to gender. I'm just seeing that. This is, let's clear and throw chakra, let's backtrack. This is related to something related to cultural norms, conventionalisms. It could be religion, it could be culture, it could be age. For a small number of you, age. I'm not seeing a lot of age questions here, but it's something. For some of you, there is maybe even someone in the environment. It could be a family member, a parent. They realize that that this is going to change maybe their reputation. I don't know why that would be a focus, but yeah, it is for some of you, and that's kind of the point. So for some of you, this is a matter of kind of like preparing for that sort of like segue. For some of you, you realize that this is the connection, but then there's another conversation point to this discussion that is much more involved and much heavier, okay, in terms of actually even discussing. So hence maybe why you took a more private approach until this point. You said, I don't want to explain myself. I don't have to explain anything to anybody about my personal ascension process. And that's why some people, like, when you share your twin flame experiences, they'll be like, wait, okay, hold on, I'm kind of judging you right now. Yeah, so first of all, why are you judging another person when it comes to their personal? I mean, are you in that relationship? Did you feel their emotions, what they went through? Are you the one cracking the code on your own DNA? Wish we could zoom there on the camera, but yeah. Are you the one, let's clear, doing the shadow work? Is it your past life that you're dealing with? Are you away? I don't know. So step back, and first of all, second of all, okay, you know, they'll usually have some sort of perspective, like, why don't you, like, just dump them? Why don't you just, like, move on? And this is not excusing toxic behavior, right? This is not about saying if they're toxic to you and they're not empowering you, they're not uplifting you in your story with your past. I'm hearing as well, like not using the past against you. I'm hearing that specifically. That could be a very particular message for someone. Then I mean, yeah, you should definitely move on. But that is very different, right? I mean, this is very different and what is moving on, right? So it's a matter of integrating the meaning of the connection. Let's get a little bit further. I am curious. Let's clear and throw a trigger. I'm curious to see how much Spirit will allow us. Okay, to know in particular about this particular person, whoever you do have on your mind. Let's get here some sign placement, Spirit, or when it is that you met them, or when it is, yeah, let's focus, whatever comes out there, right? Okay, Moon in Libra, and Jupiter in Virgo. For some of you, they may have a lot of planets in the 7th house as well. For some of you, they're very so-called good-looking. Maybe they could be a model. For some of you, okay, take it as well. I'm hearing shiny. Something is shiny. Maybe their hair is really glossy, or they're something about their skin. I don't know. You take it as well. Mood and Cancer. Maybe you guys talk about this. Could be how Spirit wants to remind you of who this is, or kind of, yeah. For some of you, yeah, Jupiter and Virgo. Let's clear. But I see again, like you kept this private. Now we have here Jupiter and Virgo. Maybe even what you saw in this person. You're like, I don't want to go shouting from the fucking rooftops, like who this person is to me and what I see in them. Sun in Gemini. Because why is it a discussion point? Like, oh yeah, I like this person because of XYZ. It's like that person is not in the like the other person you're telling that they're not in the relationship. So they're gonna just kind of want to just like talk. I mean, but from a very generic standpoint, unless you're openly talking about ascension. I don't know. You take it as you will, guys. But I think in general, you just said, nah, I'm good. Like, why would I even need to explain, okay? Like, yeah, why I'm calling this person back at this number at these times of the day. Okay, Saturn, Cancer, Saturn, Leo, and Venus in Aquarius. Now, this is a very intense connection, guys. This is going to be challenging the paradigms. I'm hearing forefathers. This is something that has a past to it, definitely. Is super controversial. There are a lot of people who are looking at this connection and looking at you and looking at this person. In other words, you are both controversial in your own stories. And when you come together, oh, honey, there's a lot more, okay, to the pot and the bees and the queen at that and the, all right, the king and the ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. All right, you are definitely, I'm hearing, in a new time and place, though, having this discussion. And so this is important for you to flip the way that you allow others to also get involved in that discussion. Okay, Aries. Oh, my gosh. Let's get a little further. Let's go ahead and throw a drug on. Yeah, to, I mean, open the conversation, period. That's your decision. Because it's your personal life. You're not obligated. I mean, people, yeah. Bye. Okay, just because they want to get to know you and, like, you want to know about your life. This is a very particular message. Some of you, someone is like, yeah, it says no, like, right there on the cupcake message. I just saw that. Can we get here, I want to get on, when it is, if you are going to reunite with this individual in 3D, when it is that we're looking at here in terms of that. We have here, coming through, Jupiter and Taurus. I'm here slowly, very slowly. This is not going to be moving that quickly. Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Aries. But it always takes you all, I mean, but that's a good thing. Because this is not about time, right? The connection is not, I know this is maybe going to make some of you fall totally off of the twin flame. Actually, can he be my soulmate? Yeah. This is what I need. I mean, possibly this is what is going to be helpful. Yeah, it's not about time. Because if you are looking at it from the ascension standpoint, you're not going to want this to manifest any sooner than the point at which it just naturally flows. All right. We got the Sun in Libra. Oh, right, fine. Okay. Jupiter in Aquarius, Mars in Capricorn. Some of you, this person, you guys have a lot to move through, and that's a good thing. I'm hearing that's a very exciting moment. We'll see you guys in the next videos. There's a very exciting shift that's also going to take place. For some of you, I'm hearing keep focused on your diet, your boundaries, your energy space. Keep your mantras strong here, and you'll be moving forward. I'm hearing sooner than you think. Okay, so maybe it's like, all right, I'm getting ready for, maybe it is sooner than you think. Let's go. For some of you, yeah, this is a very significant moment when you do, if you do come together. It could be, for example, like a very particular date is what I'm here for some of you. Yeah, for some of you, you may have met around some kind of religious holiday. For some of you, there's something related to someone's birthday. It's a very particular event or day. It's a very particular day. It's a something religious or something, let's clear it. You met around a very particular, how do we say, maybe even like I'm hearing political event, okay, gathering even, something like extremely particular. Can we get some numbers here from Spirit? For some of you, yeah, there was something about the time, the date, the actual, let's go ahead and the surrounding events. Okay, we have here 3, 9, and 8. So it could also be any derivative of such numbers, such as 17, such as 11, such as 12. Okay, such as that's a, yeah. Well, we can say as well 11 2. Okay. We can reduce it back down to 8. Very strong focus on the number 8 with 9 and 8. 17 reducing again to 8. Double 8. Okay. 8, 8. Okay, for some of you though, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, also very strong. Let's clear 8 and 3, very strong. 8 and 3, 8, and 3, 11 as well. 11, 11, I'm hearing that. 11, it was very strong as well. So 8, 3, 11, super strong emphasis numbers here. We also have here 2, again, double emphasis. This could also be your life path number. Let's go your their life path number. Let's go. I'm hearing this is a long journey. You guys are gonna, this is a very, I'm hearing sacrilegious journey. Number 12 as well, coming through 10 and 3. Spirit wants another round of numbers here. We have also reducing their 15, or 6, 16. Okay, 22. Okay, we also have, this could also be, I'm hearing the age of when you met, yeah, we have 13, we have 4. Okay, so yeah, any derivative, guys. 6, also 6, 7. Okay, we can reduce to 7. Now, let's clear the energy. For some of you, somebody has curly hair. Somebody has long curly hair. Take it as you will. This is I'm seeing that, yeah, I'm looking at that card, Jupiter here in Aquarius, yeah. That was a very particular moment, possibly for some of you in the connection as well. We just recently had Jupiter in Aquarius, but yeah, that was a very particular moment. Jupiter conjuncting with Saturn as well, right at the, yeah, threshold of... So take it as you will. There's something maybe very particular that took place. You guys have a history in Egypt, no question. I'm hearing Ankh, A-N-K-H. We have here something like that. 6 of Swords, yeah, Ankh. Some of you were definitely buried with this individual in a past life somewhere in Egypt. I'm seeing that. This is no question for some of you. Or Ace of Swords, yeah. I see somewhere like a large monolithic, how do we say, this is some kind of monument structure, yeah, with the Ace of Swords, I'm seeing that. It's something, though, yeah, I keep hearing Ankh. Okay, I'm hearing Zeus. I'm hearing Zeus, yes. Prince of Swords in reverse. Some of you, yeah, no, the devil in the theme. So, I mean, this is part of the conversation, guys. You have a conversation here. I'm hearing the archway. Somewhere you're buried near, okay, but yeah, let's clear it. I'm hearing Deus. Okay, and there's something going on that is going to be brought up along with your conversation. So there's a really beautiful side of the connection, but then there's also a side of the connection that's, I'm seeing dark energy. Yeah, people are looking, yeah, but let's go. That's why you got to keep it private. Okay, do I think we got that? Yeah, no, I mean, this is for some of you who had an experience, you're just like, okay, I'm not going to share that with him. Goodbye. That's ridiculous. Like, they want to get involved. I'm hearing that. For some of you, this is paparazzi, or someone is making what is otherwise sacred, kind of like popcorn, like culture. Let's clear the energy. Some of you, you have a very strong sacred connection to this person as you feel it. Now, and again, Mahamira, you want to protect that. Let's clear it. I'm hearing, okay, I'm coming. Maybe you decide on something. Okay. Now, for some of you, really quickly before we tune it out, any particular dates here, Spirit? For some of you, this person came into your life during a very particular moment in time that was really a matter of healing for you, actually, as well, is what I'm seeing. Like, I feel like some of you saw this person as sort of like, I'm hearing like even like your Lord Savior, I'm hearing that. Take it as you will. I don't see that as a manipulative thing, though. Like, oh, let me be, like, your hero. It's like, no. It was something like, wow, oh my gosh, you're, like, my hero. Like, that you literally, like, help me really there. I'm hearing that. TQ, I'm hearing you took me out of that conversation. R. But for some of you, there is somebody in the environment who's watching over the connection, and they're trying to belittle it, so just be aware. Can we get some clues on that? Who's that? We have MD, they could be a doctor. We have MEDAI. Let's get on that. Yeah, who's that? Who do you need to be aware of? I'm hearing Sock, Moon in Pisces. Somebody here who always has something to say about someone. Someone here who always has something to say, maybe period. Someone here, I'm seeing, yeah, they are, yeah. For some of you, this person is not in the light. I'm seeing someone walk in here. They're wearing like red and black. Let's kind of throw a chart. They maybe have a very, yeah, they got some kind of entity attachment. Mars and Gemini as well. Okay. Mercury and Leo. A lot of 12th house planets. A lot of Pisces, a lot of Gemini, a lot of 3rd house planets. A lot of Leo. Can be Leo and Shadow especially. Leo and Shadow especially. For some of you, Yeah, so Aries, let me know how this does resonate. Hit the like button, and we'll see you next month. If you guys really like this series, hit the like button. Let me know. If we hit over like 500, 400 likes on this video at least, then yeah, I mean, the more likes, okay, if you guys really like this content, then we'll jump into June, maybe even a little early. Take it as you will, whatever you feel guided, no pressure. I mean, yeah, whatever's meant to be. Spirit will push the video out if it needs to be pushed out at a certain point, yeah, so we're not gonna, say, you know, it's necessary ever. No. And we're not ever going to feel like we need any kind of, move that needs to be made in order to get to another point. Let's go. Maybe this is even the energy coming from the connection, like, okay, where you're just like, we don't need to manifest this as well. Maybe at a certain point you wanted to kind of like have the approval of others, then you're just like, no, actually, no, I don't, no. Because for some of you it was drama. For some of you, let's go ahead and throw it. You realize, I don't want to get people involved, and why? There's no point. Like, this is something private. This is something secret. I hear that again. So there are benefits to you being, one-on-one with yourself. And this can, definitely be something that you're doing with yourself. For some of you, this is something of your path, okay? You're thinking, should I bring this out for others? This is Sun in Capricorn again. This is something, though, that is very unique, I'm hearing, and the timing is very particular. It's not random. We'll see you in the next videos. Bye.